for the West Final is set, and it's hard to believe it can get any better than this. CFL's best rivalry with a spot in its biggest game on the line as Toronto awaits the winner. The Riders looking to find a path back to the Grey Cup for the first time in more than a decade. Winnipeg, on the other hand, have the same core back here leading the way again. 3 in the playoffs, and of course has been for the last 4 Grey Cups. Bombers will get the ball to get us started. 11 degrees in November in Winnipeg. Quite the nights as we get underway. Return taken at the 30. Whitehead pushes his forward progress just shy of the 40. Start on their own 38. Dembski in the slot. Now comes back in, flares out to the left, and they give it to him. Dembski has to go up to get it, got turned around, and Roland Milligan is there. Out to the left, and a passing situation here for Collaros. Gets it away. They've got a first down in the first catch of the day for Clercius. 6 offensive linemen here for Pierce.
What is it?
Collaros looking to pass again, has time, over the middle, bobbled, and falls incomplete. In and out of the hands of Pokey Wilson. 1,026 yards, had a 13-catch game this year, did Wilson, in his rookie campaign. 2nd and 10 for Collaros, gets it away, back to Wilson, tackled at the 50.
He's gonna punch it away.
Mario Alford waits back. Bombers lead the league, allowing less than 10 yards per punt return on average this season. We'll see if they can keep Super Mario contained tonight. This one grabbed and taken immediately out of bounds. A 35-yard kick.
Again in the West semifinal against the Lions.
3 interceptions of Vernon Adams last week. They'll start it on the ground. A.J. Ouellette pushes it out just beyond the 20. I was going to say it's loud in here early in this one. 2nd and 4 for Harris. And he's got a first down. Schaefer Baker just outside the 30 will move the sticks.
Trevor Harris just calming everybody down.
Schaefer Baker 4 catches for 39 yards last week. Back on the ground for A.J. Ouellette, right up the middle. And he'll be gobbled up here around the 35.
Against BC.
And we'll see how much they mix in. Rock Armstead, 5 carries last week for 24 yards. Bombers going to bring a little bit of heat. Harris gets it away. Tackle may go. Greta Crandy is there to wrap up A.J. Ouellette, and that'll bring up a 3rd down for the visitors.
And 2 coaches that really speak the same language to their players.
Korshak sends just outside his 20. Lucky Whitehead waits. Back inside his 25. 3rd and 6 here early for the Riders. Korshak gets it away and overend. Has the wind at his back here in the first quarter. 46-yard kick. Lucky Whitehead tracked down by Milligan. The Riders here in Winnipeg having won 8 in a row. Collaros moves this one quickly. Dembski close to a first down. Looks like he's got it. 2nd catch of the game for Dembski. And there's the first touch of the day. On the ground, it's back to Dembski again, and not Brady Oliveira.
Against the BC Lions in the West Final, and it was a big, or semifinal, and it was a big one.
8 yards for Dembski and a few more this time. 1,353 yards on the ground for Oliveira this season. Collaros fakes it to him this time, gets it back to Dembski. Heavily involved so far in this ball game. That's
on 2nd down.
Go! They need 6 yards here. Collaros bouncing around the pocket, escapes out to the left, has room to run, and that's what he does, down inside the 40. First down on the legs. Hey, what is that? The work from the Rider 38. Brady Oliveira down to the 35, and a good 2nd push.
He said he is a cornerstone when you're building a franchise.
Got to have that guy.
You got to have that guy.
What is that? 2nd and 3. Collaros, see thinking end zone. Down the field, Lawler's got it. Touchdown, Winnipeg! Kenny Lawler strikes first. Bombers go on top of the West Final.
Lyman in for protection. Collaros wanted this out of the gate. The deep crossing route, the deep post across the formation from Kenny Lawler. Bring in the extra offensive lineman to help in protection. Leave Brady Oliveira in the backfield, so Collaros has got lots of time, and he has time to get Lawler on that deep post all the way across the field.
Sergio Castillo for one more, and that one just sneaks it in. That was close. Collaros has started the game 6 of 7, 67 yards, and a touchdown to Lawler. Mario Alford takes it just inside the 20. Alford tripped up just outside the 40. Another sold-out crowd here. They'll hand it off. A.J. Ouellette pushing ahead. Tony Jones eventually wraps him up. Jones
For the Winnipeg Blue Bombers this year. Out of Waterloo.
Harris from the pocket down the field. Schaefer Baker. Did he one-hand that? They're going to say incomplete. Baker saying, I had it. I'll give you another look, though.
He's trying to sell it, but let's take another look. The officials waved it off immediately. No, that bounced. That bounced off the turf.
He'll let this fly from just outside. His own 35 almost blocked, but he got it away. Lucky takes it at the 15. 47-yard kick return just outside the 20. When we
Grey Cup rings between the two. Playoff records for Trevor Harris.
Collaros down the field looking for Lawler again, and Kenny's got it. He's going to cut it back at the 40. Stiff arm to try to get away. They'll hang on. What a play from Kenny Lawler. Bombers rolling early.
Got a one-on-one with Amari Henderson out at the corner. And it's what he does when the ball arrives that makes the play right down the rail. As Kenny Lawler, with the ball arriving, cuts back into the middle of the field to win the jump ball. Henderson floats as he's trying to get it past that ball, and Lawler cuts back and goes and rips it out of the air. 65-yard gain for 89.
96 yards already receiving in this game for Kenny Lawler. Finished the regular season red hot as well. Empty backfield for Collaros. Down the field, Lawler again! Touchdown, did he get there? Yes! Kenny Lawler's got a pair, and the Bombers extend the lead early.
Linebacker C.J. Avery and Jameer Thurman hugging the line, probably because they're looking at Brady Oliveira. In fact, Jameer Thurman takes him. There's no linebacker drop underneath this to give Roland Milligan or the secondary any help. Lawler just finds that soft spot and extends across the goal line.
Castillo for a 14-point cushion here in the first quarter, and he's got it.
The ball rolling downhill.
Got to put together a drive here. This place is already going nuts. Alford with speed at the 20. Takes it ahead. Trying to find some room. Great return. Pushes all the way out beyond the 50.
Kenny Lawler is the story of the game so far.
He has been absolutely outstanding. And now on the ground for the Roughriders.
How to stop 89.
Harris looking for a big first down. He wants more down the field. Schaefer Baker, and a flag does fly. You saw Baker look like he was interfered with partway down the field.
It's interference.
And it landed incomplete.
31. Automatic first down.
Evan Holm.
Looked like Evan Holm. He does stumble, and he basically trips Keon Schaefer Baker. It looked like Baker was going to run right by him. Schaefer Baker had him on that deep route.
Well, maybe not a bad penalty to take that if he'd already slipped. from the Winnipeg 32. Harris, end zone shot of his own. One-handed. Oh, almost had it. Couldn't hang on. Fresno State couldn't haul it in. 2nd and 10. Flags fly. Harris bouncing around the pocket. Down the field, incomplete. Looking for Emelis, but multiple flags. And the Riders will have to settle for a field goal attempt here from Brett Lothar, who's been excellent in the second half of the season. This will be a 40-yarder. Put some points on the board. You know they wanted more, but they'll certainly take 3 if they can get it. Korczak for hole. Lothar's kick is up. And that one, a no-doubter.
What is it?
Kolaris throwing again. They'll get some pressure through, and he just has to dump it off.
In front of Michael O'Shea.
They ran right by you.
And
Intentional grounding. Winnipeg number 8.
Yeah, he was 10 yards. He was 10 yards away. And if you throw it and there's no receiver near the ball behind the line of scrimmage, it's intentional grounding. If it's across the line, you don't need a receiver anywhere near it. But there's Brady Oliveira coming down at the bottom of your screen, and there's the
Second quarter action coming up here in Winnipeg. Bombers lead 14-3. Passing yards jumping off the page here significantly.
Kenny Lawler almost 100-yard game already in that first quarter, couple touchdowns. So he is the key, and it's, game is always about adjustments.
We'll have it to get us started in the second quarter.
What is it?
2nd and 20 from his own 30. Dumps it off to Brady Oliveira. Bit of an escort. Pushing his way ahead. And eventually he'll be tracked down.
Short side, that's where Roland Milligan plays, but they'll play multiple defenses and they'll move Lawler around.
Kick is blocked. Picked up by the Riders. What a turn of events. They'll take over just outside the 25. Caleb Sanders got a hand on it. Special teams comes up huge for Saskatchewan.
Right here in the middle of your screen, he's going to come right down the middle. Swim move at the line of scrimmage. Right there, and left hand. Big block.
Adam LeClaire and Trevor Harris has instant field position. Hands it off. Brock Armstead nowhere to go.
But Trevor Harris can take advantage of it.
Needs 9 yards here. 3 options to his left. Looks over the middle, down the field, incomplete. That one in behind Emelis. 33-yarder for Lothar. Hit from 40 earlier in the game. This one just inside the left hash. And that one is up. And it is home as well. And the Riders back-to-back field goals to make things interesting here in the second quarter.
Quarterbacks and now the OC in Regina.
He looked like a coach as a little guy, didn't he?
He sure did.
Big burst, first down, nice carry from Brady Oliveira. The guy to learn from. 2nd and 1. Wilson in the game, short yardage, and he escapes it. He's off to the races, down to the 40. He'll find the 30, down the 20, looking for the corner, steps out of bounds. Did not see that coming well. Terry Wilson, short yardage, escapes for a big chunk. Kolaris back in. Dembski and Lawler in the slot out to the right. Brady Oliveira stands into his left. Kolaris and Dembski, touchdown! Winnipeg opens it up again. They're loving it at Princess Auto Stadium. Zach Kolaris, 3 passing touchdowns, and we're early in the second.
You don't often see a zone defense at this part of the field, but Dembski recognizes it immediately. And when he does, it looked like Nelson Lacombe was going over to try and help on Kenny Lawler, and because of that, there was a void in the zone. Nick Dembski found it.
Castillo finishes it off. Put them in a great position on that huge carry on the short yardage play. Alford, can he find some space? He's got a little bit, but no force for just 11 yards. As we near the midway point of the second quarter, Schaefer Baker, Keyshawn Johnson out to his right, looks over the middle, Schaefer Baker's got it, and he's got a first down.
The crowd is messing with this offense.
Harris looking to throw again, down the field, incomplete, no flags.
And then anytime after that tap, Godber can snap the ball to Trevor Harris, but everybody has to watch the ball.
Big second down here. Harris, near side, open man, lunging ahead, should be a first down. And what a big play for Del Duncan Busby. They'll work from the Winnipeg 48. Harris, in trouble, taken down. Hama gets there. First career playoff sack. Harris needs 12 yards here. Steps up in the pocket, down the field, broken up by Holm. He was all over Emelis. Evan Holm. Korczak forced to kick it away. Lucky Whitehead watching as this bounces and goes out of bounds. Polaris, 172 yards, 3 touchdowns. Right up the middle, huge hole. Brady Oliveira powering his way ahead, and he'll rumble it out beyond the 30. His biggest carry of the night goes for 20 more.
Go! What is? What is it?
First and 10 from their own 35. Pressure in the face of Polaris. Got it away, and that tackle will be made.
He did it in Toronto for Olette.
Second and 5. Polaris with time, and he finds Wilson, who hangs onto it for a first down. This time they'll go from the 49. Back to Brady Oliveira again, trying to find some space
Defensively to stop these running backs.
Second and 8. Pump fake. Now over the middle, and it's batted away. Played well by Carney.
Yeah.
Winnipeg, who scored touchdowns on 3 of their last 4 possessions, forced to kick here. Alford trying to open something up. Picks his way out to the 30, tries to cut it back, and he'll be tracked down.
Linemen have been playing for the Riders. Trevor Harris says sometimes they've been scraping the bottom of the barrel, but now they are so used to playing with different personnel, guys.
Here's A.J. Ouellette right through that offensive line and all the way out to midfield. Yards in the game prior to that for A.J. Ouellette. That's a big one. Up to the 54. Harris finds Schaefer Baker, and that'll be another first down just to get it into that tight window. Third catch of the game for Schaefer Baker. Ouellette with a spin, opens himself up a bit, pushes it down to the 40. A.J. Ouellette moves over to the left side of his quarterback, Trevor Harris. And a flag before the ball is snapped. Del Duncan Busby, I think.
Offside. Saskatchewan 18.
It is him.
This is the challenge. Wow.
Second and 12. Bombers will bring some heat. Harris gets it away. Schaefer Baker has it. And he's a couple yards shy of the first down. This is a 44-yard attempt from just inside that left hash. Bombers kick is up. That looks money. Right down the middle. 21-9. No idea what's happening there. None. At all whatsoever.
How about a handoff to Oliveira?
That's what they do. And it's pushed. Riders defense allowing just 80 yards per game on the ground. 3 to the left, 3 to the right. One of those guys is Brady Oliveira. Clarence finds him, and he's got a first down. Turns it upfield. Tackle made by C.J. Avery.
First down.
Go! What is it?
Back to Brady again. They look at and miss. Eventually Thurman tracks him down.
Go!
Audible here.
What is it?
Polaris looking for Dembski. He finds him. Turns it upfield. First down.
Go!
Bit of a limp
What is it?
for Dembski. Back on the ground again. And they'll hang on for dear life. Incompletions in the game for Collaros. Wide open over the middle, Lucky Whitehead, and that looks like it'll be enough for a first down. Moving quickly from the Rider 33, already within Castillo field goal range. Brady Oliveira has that one just slipped through his hands. So they still need all 10. Collaros, tough time back there. On the run to his right, finds Dembski. Dembski trying to find that first down marker. What a move! And he's got it! Oh, Nick Dembski settled for the field goal here, but the push ahead. And they will get the first down.
Go in with a 24-9 lead.
Castillo, 79.7% on the year. 30 of 31 from inside, 40, and that's where this one is. 30-yarder to wrap up the half. And Winnipeg comfortably on top here. Said, then done. Castillo will get us started. Are the Bombers a half away from a 5th trip to the Grey Cup? Let's find out. Mario Alford on the return, takes it just outside the 30. First half for Harris, 4 of them to Schaefer Baker. Throwing here quickly, finds Keyshawn Johnson, turns. Made one man miss, the help comes in the form of Alexander. 2nd and 3 here. A.J. Ouellette stands in to the left of Harris. Throwing again, quick throw again, almost intercepted. Did he get underneath that? Terrell Bonds, they're gonna say he did. For a catch, but it was waved off by another. Here's a look.
Yeah, you can see it hit the turf a couple of times.
Stands on his own 26. Oh, now he's going to keep it. Look at this. They're going to fake it, and Korshak's got the first down. That's how you get some momentum as the Riders fake it inside their own 40 and pick up the first down.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, and that's exactly what this is this early in the second half, to go ahead and try the fake. Usually in a punt return situation, somebody has got to be there to ensure the kick. There's one player designated for the Bombers. He wasn't there. Korshak took it for the first down.
This time he'll hand it off to A.J. Ouellette. Cuts it back, but there was nowhere to cut.
Tony Jones learned from the best. That was Adam Big Hill.
Yeah, Big Hill will help you. Harris down the field. There's Emelis. His first catch of the ball game. Will go for a first down. Keep this ball moving. 1st and 10 from the Winnipeg 49. Harris. Shoulder fake. Down the field. Schaefer Baker spins. Stays on his feet momentarily, but takes it down inside the 15 and just outside the 10, where they eventually blow it down. Fans in behind there. Rowdy as Harris tries to drive the Riders down the field. Another completion inside the 5 as he goes right back to Emelis. First 2 catches of the game. Trevor Harris. Will it be a quarterback keeper? Hands it off. A.J. Ouellette goes up. And is he in? Yes! Touchdown Riders! A.J. Ouellette elevates to the end zone. Let's go! And Saskatchewan stays within striking distance.
When we've heard the quarterbacks call the plays in the huddle, we've heard all kinds of terminology and different code words, but this time was just Brady up the middle. Ouellette over the top and did break the plane. Tony Jones met him at the top of that jump.
Yes, sir.
How big was the fake kick, the fake punt, a first down, and then the throw to Schaefer Baker on this drive?
Couple of big plays on an 8-play, 77-yard drive. Lother puts that one right down Main Street. Things going here in the second half. 70 yards. He's now at 127. Lucky Whitehead takes it at the 15. Now up to the 25. 30 for Lucky Whitehead, and eventually forced out of bounds by Auclair.
That was all in 1/4 of play.
What is it?
Start on their own 35. Brady Oliveira turning it upfield. Gets a few yards. Everybody in on that tackle. Empty backfield for Collaros. 4 to the right. Throws to the left. It was deflected and falls incomplete. Was looking for Lawler. Sheen had one blocked in the first half. No pressure this time. Gets it away cleanly. A lower kick. Alford will take it at the 30. 42-yard kick. Mario Alford back outside the 40 on the far side of the field. Riders get the ball back here, trailing by 8. Harris, wide open, far side. Duncan Busby will take it out of bounds. Gillette sets up shot directly in behind him. Now out to the right. Harris throws over the middle behind the outstretched arm of Schaefer Baker. Imagine if Forsyth did it again.
Well, the Bombers will be watching it this time.
Gets this one away. A nice kick, too. Lucky Whitehead scrambles backwards, takes it at the 11.
How many sellouts in a row now? I think it's 5 or 6.
What is that?
One of those games didn't change anything in the playoffs.
Colares leaves that one up there. But they go and get it. Carrick Wheatfall with his first catch of the game. Did with 7 different targets. Brady Oliveira runs into Thurman, trying to get away from him. And he gets at least 9. Almost a full 10. You just need inches. Wilson, as we look from above, pushing it ahead. That'll do it. Takes it all the way up to the 50 for the first down for Winnipeg. 24-16 lead. Ball on their own 50. Colares is 17-21 for 241. Now he just pitches it ahead into the hands of Dembski. He just keeps producing.
Go! Wide in! What is that?
2nd and 7. Riders send forward. Colares, a ton of time. Down the field, wide open. Who else? Kenny Lawler. Touchdown, Winnipeg. A hat trick for Lawler. And the Bombers open it up again on a deep strike from Colares.
Kenny Lawler is going to take advantage of a bust outside. It looked like it was Amari Henderson again. That wide side corner spot. He thought he had help over the top, and he didn't. And Lawler is free in behind coverage.
The wrong guy to leave wide open in behind you. He's at 177 yards in this West final. Kenny Lawler.
Let's take a look at the bust here from the Saskatchewan secondary. It's a cover 3. That means 3 guys have got to be deep. They've got 2 right here. Now, of the other 2 players on the wide side of the field, that's Milligan and Amari Henderson, they've got to have one of those 2 be deep. I'm not sure which was in the call, but stop it there. You see both of them are up at this short route, and Kenny Lawler is in behind coverage. Cover 3 deep zone. You've got to keep 3 guys back there, or Zach Colares is going to make you pay.
300, an answer will be required from the Riders. Maybe this guy can give it to him. Mario Alford, once again, nowhere to go as they wrap him up down the field. 3 options to the right for Harris. His running back slides out there as well. They'll toss it to Schaefer Baker. Can he find some space? They'll blow it down. He'll take off, and eventually they'll say, hey, man, pump the brakes here. Big 2nd down. Harris looks to his right. Now down the field. And that is broken up. Evan Holm was there. Got a hand in on Emelis. 3rd down coming up. A couple of pass knockdowns as well. Korshak gets it away. Lucky Whitehead takes it into 35, pushes it straight ahead. 5 yards on the return. Good luck with that.
Hang in there.
But the way things have been going tonight for Lawler. Now they'll get it into the hands of Dembski. And Dembski's tracked down. Avery was there.
What is that?
Colares needs 4 more. Little draw here to Oliveira. He's got it. Thurman will grab him, but it's too late. Picks up the first down out to the 54.
Hey, what is that?
Back to Brady again. Bounces off of Thurman. Yeah, it's been a long night for Jameer Thurman in the middle of that Riders defense. Play 2nd and 4 here. Kolaris down the field for Dembski. Can't get there. Working against Milligan. And it falls incomplete. And that'll bring up third down. Back on his own 10.
Gotta go quick.
Slides over. Takes it at the 12. 38-yard kick. There's a flag right on the far sideline as he started that return.
During the return, holding Saskatchewan number 26. First down, Saskatchewan.
Harris hands it off. AJ Ouellette up the middle, looking for a little breathing room. Not much. Just outside their own end zone here. Harris gets it away, looking for Schaefer Baker. Did he hang on to that? If he does, it's a first down. Wow.
Looked like Evan Holm had a better crack at this than Baker did. Look at the window. 31 right over the top. Underneath player, but that's a great catch by Schaefer Baker. And the accuracy on this throw, bang on.
Trying to rule it incomplete.
I don't know.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete.
Now they're saying they're picking it up. I thought he had that.
Korshak stands in his own end zone. Lucky Whitehead waiting back at the Winnipeg 50. And he'll get to run up onto this one. Takes it at the Rider 52. 45-yard kick. And he is wrapped up. The lead is 15 as we get set for the fourth quarter. Bombers leading 31-16.
So Saskatchewan at halftime makes some adjustments defensively. There was only just over 100 yards of offense from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in that third quarter. So they had 350 or so in the first half of the 442.
Trips to the Grey Cup in a row. Kolaris on the run to his right. And that one too high, too hot for Kenny Lawler. Second and 10 for Kolaris. Riders are going to bring some heat. And he gets it away as he's taken down by Jameer Thurman.
Where the Bombers are on the field, he needed to stop there big time.
Jamison Sheen hangs this one up there. Alfred waits. Takes it at the 10. Now he's going to try to stretch it to the far side of the field. Not going to work. Forced back in.
What a play.
And taken down there by Ford. But Tyrell Ford is one of them. Here's AJ Ouellette. That's a heavy collision. And he is taken down. Greta Cramdy.
Making it more than a two-scorer.
Big 8 yards here. Harris finds AJ Ouellette. Can he push it ahead? Not going to happen. Stop just shy of the 25. That'll bring up third down.
Must have just trying to draw him.
Harris. What a time. Gets it away. Broken up by Ford. Steps in and knocks it away from Keyshawn Johnson. Turnover on downs. Made a big play on special teams. Knocked down 12 passes in the regular season. And Ford's got another one there.
Go!
Certainly works.
What is it?
This time on the ground. Rumbling away. Down to the 10. Brady Oliveira the 5. And finally pushed out of bounds by Delkey. 21 yards. Almost a house call for Oliveira. Goal from the 3. Wilson in the game. Gets it to Brady Oliveira. Touchdown, Winnipeg. Bombers in full control. And maybe 11 and a half minutes away from a 5th trip to the Grey Cup in a row.
Good push off that left side. Gabe Wallace in the short yardage. And Oliveira says, here, Mr. Wallace, you go ahead and spike the ball. And when those guys do it, you need to get a new ball.
Castillo. No doubt about that one. And the lead is 22. The big boys have been going for the Bombers tonight. 3 touchdowns for Lawler, 1 for Dembski, and now 1 for Brady Oliveira. Tackle made on Mario Alford. Thank you. Can't imagine the atmosphere on the sidelines here at Princess Auto Stadium. There's the catch. First of the game for Jareth Stearns. Harris has that batted down by Willie Jefferson. Second down. Looking for 10 still. Harris down the field. It's broken up again by Holm. They have been all over Emelis so far here in the West Final. Dean trailing 38-16. Lucky Whitehead takes it, bobbles it, picks it. Oh, hasn't picked it up. Riders trying to take it away from him. This would give them a bit of life if they get it, and they do. Saskatchewan takes it away after a double bobble from Lucky Whitehead. They got to find the end zone though. First and 10 from the Winnipeg 33. A.J. Ouellette, can he find some space? Tony Jones is there to wrap him up just inside the 30. Mark Mueller dial up here. Harris over the middle. That'll be a first down inside the 20 as he goes back to his favorite target this evening, Schaefer Baker. Second trip inside the red zone today for Saskatchewan. Harris over the middle again. And going in there and getting it again is Schaefer Baker, his 8th catch of the ball game. Goal from the Winnipeg 5. Harris has that one deflected up in the air, and it falls incomplete. Willie again. Second crack at it for Harris from the Winnipeg 5. Pressure in his face, and they got him. Nowhere to go. Retta crammed in his face immediately.
Armstead was in, and Ouellette was in to just go and try to block the edge. There was no play action fake, so when Harris turned, he can't see the backside, and he gets hit by Cramby.
Backs him up to the Winnipeg 11. Still have to have the end zone here. Harris downfield for Johnson, goes up and did not hang on.
Home again.
Home denying everything. Game for Home.
Go! Whitehead! What is that?
Brady Oliveira pushing it ahead, and I'm sure we'll see a steady diet of 20. Jets off to a tremendous start, and the Bombers doing Bomber things again tonight.
We're hitting Lawler down the field. Big first half, throwing the football for Zach Collaros.
Offensively tonight,
Go!
this is among the best that they've looked pretty much the entire year. Oliveira bounces off a couple of tackles.
Number 89.
Go! Whitehead! What is that?
Second and 9. Draw to Oliveira. And he hangs on to that ball. Lets that clock tick down for a few more seconds. End over end as it wobbles in to Mario Alford. And Trevor Harris gets the ball one more time. Schaefer Baker again bounces off a tackle, hangs on to the ball. It's his 9th catch of the game. 29 more yards for Schaefer Baker. This one bobbled in front of Stearns.
Big game for Evan Holm.
Second and 10 for Harris. Gets it out to A.J. Ouellette. Tackle made immediately by Retta Cramby.
He is such a high football IQ.
Third down for Harris. Near side. Not going to get there for the first down. Turnover on downs again.
14-0 quickly. Two big, real positive drives. And the guys' team was prepared and ready, and that experience gave him confidence.
Completely different picture, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, the narrative fluctuate from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, with how good this franchise has been.
Where's that game? It was just the MOP and the top Canadian of that one. He knocked Mwamba down.
Back to Schaefer Baker. He's pretty much been all their offense.
These two guys have got it figured out.
I know Riders fans will be disappointed with how tonight has gone, but excited about where the organization is going, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. Good young receiving core, certainly with his head coach.
Trevor Harris will be motivated.
Oh, yeah.
After the way this game has ended, he will be thinking about this for the entire offseason. Clock ticks inside a minute. Harris has that one. One hopped in, and that'll be incomplete.
10-1 in their last 11 games and have led throughout this one from top to bottom.
Harris on the run. Takes it down inside the 30.
Around a little bit, and so is Dembski. But Wheatfall, Closius, those are young guys in the receiving core. Kramdy is just finding his game. And that offensive line was outstanding tonight.
30 seconds left. Harris dumps it off to Emilus, down to the 10 and into the end zone late for the Riders, as their season will end with a touchdown to Sam Emilus.
The crowd hated that.
They boos on the verge of going to a 5th Grey Cup, and there are boos from the fans here because they allowed the Riders to score.
That's what happens. Hey, that's what happens when you have a team, and Michael O'Shea has a team that has set the level of excellence so high that they don't even want to give up a touchdown that isn't going to change the outcome late in a game. The expectations are through the roof here, and I liked what Coach O'Shea said to us about the fans this week when he said, you know, once in a game I'll take 2 or 3 seconds to just turn and look up at the crowd and take a second to appreciate just how much fun they're having and how great they are in helping us win football games.
Probably had a few of those moments tonight. Harris, corner outs, too much. Can't find Keyshawn Johnson. The Riders. Korsak lays it out there, and that'll be covered and held onto by Kyrie Wilson. Brilliant from start to finish. And the Bombers are going back to the Grey Cup